Hello everyone, my name is Courtney, also known as She Traveled the World, and welcome to this video. So before we start, I have dyed my hair. It is quite dark, but I think it's a nice change. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know. Secondly, I have also ordered a new microphone, so hopefully the audio is a bit crisper and better and all that kind of stuff. And today we're just gonna get right on into it. So today's video is all about how to make friends when you are traveling. I know it can be a bit overwhelming, especially if it's your first time solo traveling or if you're backpacking and you're still new to the whole backpacking scene, all that kind of stuff, but hopefully this video will help you out. I'm just gonna say this, I have made some insane friends traveling and I have met so many people. Maybe during this I'll pop up some photos of some people who I've met, and honestly I still talk to most of these people even though I haven't seen them in years, so there's no need to worry, and we're just gonna get right on into it with the first tip, which is have confidence. Confidence is about being comfortable in yourself. You want to come across as someone who people want to hang out with and want to socialize with. People admire people for having confidence. I remember I was in Auckland and I was waiting for an elevator in the hostel I was staying in, and this girl ran up to me and she was like, "I've just landed, I don't know anyone, would you want to come for breakfast with me?" And that is my friend Faye, and we ended up going out and spending like 6 weeks together every day. She was so much fun. Faye, if you're watching this, I love you. You know, she shot her shot and we became really good friends. So if you see someone that you think is fun and looks like your kind of person that you would want to hang out with, definitely have the confidence to go up and talk to them. Okay, point number 2, which links very closely with confidence, is good body language. You do not want to be slumped in the corner looking like a smacked ass, because people are not going to come up to you. People are going to go, "Oh, she looks miserable." So having open and accepting body language is going to make you so much more enticing to other people, especially if they don't know you. The easiest way to connect with someone is eye contact. If someone looks at you, do not quickly glance away. Take that as an opportunity to make eye contact with them. If you make eye contact, for me that's a green light, okay, they're open to talking. And take that as the initiative to go over and spark up a conversation about anything. It could be literally anything, and people will talk to you back. Along with eye contact, smile. It is so easy just to smile at someone, and if they smile back, again, green light to go over and say something to them. Just a little hello. There are some classic backpacker lines that people always start off with, like, where are you from, where have you been, how long have you been in the city, where are you going after the city, just anything super basic. You don't really need to make it specific. If someone is from like Australia, I can be like, "Oh my god, I'm from Australia," or if they're from England, I'm like, "Oh my god, wow, I live in England." Like, anything that you can find in common as well is really great. That's a little side tangent from body language, but just some opening lines like that will be a surefire way that you can talk to people. Number 3 is don't be quick to judge other people. I know it can be super easy to look at someone and go, "Ooh, I would never talk to them." But surprisingly, those people have been the people that I've learnt the most from. A lot of them are very wise and have a lot of interesting or hilarious stories, and normally I probably wouldn't talk to them when I'm at home. You know, when I'm at home I usually hang out with people my own age, but when I'm traveling, you know, I'll talk to a 40-year-old man and we'll have a great time. So just be open to anyone kind of sparking up a conversation and just see where it goes, because you never know what kind of value they could provide for you. I've definitely grown a lot from people who are a lot older than me, and I think that's a very valuable thing to learn, especially when you're traveling. So never put anyone off the cards. Okay, number 4 is spontaneity. I love random adventures. I think they are the funniest stories. I think you end up at the weirdest places and you're like, "How have I got here?" But they are the best times. So when you're traveling, don't give yourself a really strict, tight schedule to follow, because you're going to miss out on those opportunities to hang out with your new friends and meet new people when you're already like, "Sorry, I'm going to the Louvre." Go do that thing and do the Louvre the other day, because you know it's always going to be there, but those people might be leaving tomorrow, so take that opportunity to kind of solidify the friendship that you've got with those people. What I like to do is I like to kind of give myself the morning, and I will generally kind of explore the city by myself in the morning. I'll get up and take photos, and I will kind of, you know, have lunch, and then in the afternoon is kind of my time to socialize, to hang out and to chill and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like, especially if you're staying in a hostel, people are going to be hungover or they're not going to want to really do anything in the morning, so that gives you time to kind of have the best of both worlds. I think so much of the fun of traveling is meeting people and is socializing, so make sure you don't kind of close yourself into a very strict schedule, because then you're going to miss out on so much of the fun. And a city isn't just about, you know, seeing all that there is to see. Generally, the experiences that you have with people are far more memorable than seeing like a monument or something, because those kind of make everything feel more real. Next up, we have join an online group or meet people online. So when I went to Sweden a couple of years ago, I actually went with my friend Monique. We kind of knew each other from friends of friends, but we had never met in person. So we went to Sweden together for a week, and then I met Paige on Instagram when I first started my travel blog, and then we went to Croatia together, and then we also went to Malta together, and we had the best time, and I had never met either of those girls. So I completely forgot to mention that I also went to Italy for 2 weeks with Leah, who is a girl I met on Instagram. She is so amazing. We had the best time together, and we had only met once beforehand on a day out in Dublin. But the internet is a crazy place now. You can meet so many incredible people. Obviously be safe and be aware, but you know, don't be shy to reach out to someone that you think would be an amazing person to travel with or be a friend with, because often they will probably, you know, interact back and you can create a friendship. There are also things like online groups for girls who are traveling. I know there is one called Host a Sister. I will leave a link to it below, and it's a Facebook group, and basically people will post about their hometown saying this is where I live, if you need a place to stay, come stay with me, or they'll show you around, or you can just meet up and hang out, anything like that. There are so many different avenues to meet like-minded people, so definitely have a Google, have a look on Facebook, have a look on Instagram, and socialize and mingle. And then if you are ever in the same city with someone, you can hang out and make a friend. Next up, we have hostels. I love hostels. I've spoken about this in my last video, which I will leave linked. It's all about how to plan your first ever solo trip. I love hostels. It's so much fun. It is the best way to meet people, I promise you. There is no point going to a new city and staying in a hotel by yourself and you're thinking, oh my god, what am I doing here? When you are staying in a hostel, hang out in the common areas. They are designed for people to socialize and to meet other people. Do not be sitting in your bed all day, because chances are people aren't going to bother you when you're in your bed. Sometimes they will, but most of the time people will just leave you alone. So go to the common area, hang out, grab some snacks. Something that I forgot to touch on in the body language segment is don't have your like electronic devices when you're in like a public area that you want to hang out in. So say you're in the common area of your hostel, don't have your phone up like by your face, or don't have like headphones in, because to me, if someone has headphones in, I'm like, they're doing their own thing, they don't want to be bothered. So have your headphones out and have your phone not up here kind of thing, so people can kind of make that interaction with you. As well as hanging out in the hostel common area, make sure you cook in the hostel kitchen if they have one. People can't escape you if they're cooking food. So it is easy for you to, you know, grab a beer, grab a bit of wine, start cooking. If someone else is also cooking, it is so easy to make light conversation, again with those little starters like where have you been, where are you from, and just start from there. Maybe you might end up eating together and then doing whatever. So don't be shy to initiate conversation. I feel like it's more awkward not to talk when you're cooking, so it kind of gives you an excuse to spark up a conversation. Another way to meet people in the hostel is rock up to the hostel breakfast. They are usually about like €5 or something, and they're quite basic with like cereal and toast and maybe like some eggs or something. But it's an easy way to ask people what they're doing for the day and ask if they want to tag along, or if you can tag along to their plans. Maybe suggest doing a walking tour or something like that, just so you can have someone to hang out with, and more than likely they will say yes. So don't be shy to ask. Okay, so those are the kind of basics, and now I thought I would talk about ways that I personally start conversations, because I feel like that might be very helpful. As you guys know, I travel by myself most of the time, and I actually prefer traveling by myself because I feel like it's so much easier to meet people, because you don't have that awkwardness of like trying to mingle with like your friends as well as the new people that you're trying to talk to, if that makes sense. So probably the number one thing that I do is like compliment people. I think it's such an easy way to spark up a conversation. Everyone loves being complimented, and I always make sure it's a genuine compliment. Especially I like to compliment girls. I know girls can be a bit funny about meeting other girls. So I just think it's such an easy way to be like, oh, I like your dress, or something, I don't know, something like that, just something easy, and then you can kind of again spark up the where are you from kind of situation. Okay, probably my favorite thing to do is invite people for food. It is such an easy, fun, light-hearted thing to do. Everyone loves eating, so why would you not just grab a group of people and go to a place that maybe someone recommended, like a local place or whatever, just something easy like that. I know there is this place called Otoshi's in Budapest, and when I was living there we would get massive groups of like 10 of us to go to Otoshi's, and it's all you can eat or you can drink sushi. So we would get massive plates of sushi and just drink lots and have the best time. So if you're ever in Budapest, definitely do that, but I'm sure there is somewhere fun and amazing that you can go in every city in the world. Okay, the last thing I have for you guys is to do a group activity. This is really easy to do if you're in a hostel, because most hostels offer daily activities that you can join, which are either free or they're really inexpensive, so you don't need to worry about that. Usually hostels will offer like a walking tour or like a beach day if you're by the beach, or drinking games at night, pub crawls, stuff like that. It is so easy just to sign up. Even if you go by yourself, I'm sure you will meet people, especially if there's alcohol involved. After a few drinks, everyone is your best friend, so there's no need to worry about that. It will be all good. If your hostel doesn't offer drinking games, do your own drinking games and grab a few people, and it is especially fun if you can find people from different nationalities, because then they can do different games from their country and all that kind of stuff. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will leave all my socials below, and make sure you like and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will see you guys very soon.